Welcome back to Jesus Talk with Kent and Donna. Sorry about that. We're going to talk about Samson, and that's in Judges, right?
Judges. 13 talks about the birth of Samson, and that's what we went over last time. So to highlight that and remember what it was about. Samson's father's name was Manoah, and Manoah and his wife were barren, had no children, and no hopes of having children. But an angel appeared to his wife's name is
no, that's Manazor.
Let me look here.
His wife was barren. It doesn't say.
Anyway, I don't know if it says or not, but I don't remember. But anyway, his wife, and told her that she was going to conceive and have a son.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many other times have we heard that?
Well, Abraham and Sarah.
Yep.
And Jesus.
Mary and Jesus, that's right.
Yeah. Mary and Joseph. Jesus.
Well, it all happened the same kind of situation.
Exactly.
But anyway, she was alone when the angel appeared to her. And so she told her husband about it, and I don't think he believed her, according to this. And so she prayed to God she says refers to the angel as a man.
Oh, okay.
So they believe it was a man that told her that.
Oh, okay.
And so she was out in the field and out in the back 40, and the man appeared to her again. And so she rushed back to the house and got her husband, Manoah. And so he went back up there with her, and he was still there. And so they talked, and he gave the husband, Manoah, the same information. And so they were both very happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And that he, apparently they were in this field that had goats and stuff in it. And so he wanted to kill a young goat and have a feast with the man. And the man, who turned out to be an angel, said to build an altar, kill the young goat, and make an sacrifice offering to God. Okay. And so he did. He killed the goat and built an altar, built the fire, put the goat on it, and some grain, and was making a sacrifice to God. And in the process of doing that, with the smoke and everything rising, the man, who was really an angel, just swirled up in with the smoke and went back to heaven. And so, of course, they were amazed by that. And then later on at the end, verse 24, and the woman bore a son and called him Samson. The young man grew, and the Lord blessed him. So
now, it also said in there somewhere that they were not to shave or cut his hair, is it?
Okay. Behold, you shall conceive and bear a son, so then drink no wine or strong drink, and eat nothing unclean, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from the womb to the day of his death. And later on it says that God told them never to cut his hair.
Okay.
So
and it did say, and in the spirit of the Lord began to stir in him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to start from 14.
Start with chapter 14 today. We'll just read through the whole chapter. It's not that long, so
okay.
We'll just read through that. We'll read different parts.
Okay. Samson's marriage. Samson went down to Timnah, and at Timnah he saw one of the daughters of the Philistines. Then he came up and told his father and mother, I saw one of the daughters of the Philistines at Timnah. Now get her for me as my wife. But his mother and father said to him, Is there not a woman among the daughters of your relatives, or among all of our people, that you must go take a wife from the uncircumcised Philistines? But Samson said to his father, Get her for me, for she is right in my eyes. His father and mother did not know that it was from the Lord, for he was seeking an opportunity against the Philistines at that time. The Philistines ruled over Israel.
Then Samson went down with his father and mother to Timnah, and they came to the vineyards of Timnah. And behold, a young lion came toward him roaring. Then the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon him, and although he had nothing in his hand, he tore the lion in pieces as one tears a young goat. But he did not tell his father or his mother what he had done. Then he went down and talked with the woman, and she was right in Samson's eyes. After some days he returned to take her, and he turned aside to see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees in the body of the lion, and honey.
He scraped it out into his hands and went on eating as he went. And he came to his father and mother and gave some to them, and they ate. But he did not tell them that it had been scraped, that he had scraped the honey from the carcass of the lion. His father went down to the woman, and Samson prepared a feast there, for so the young men used to do. As soon as the people saw him, they brought 30 companions to be with him, and Samson said to them, "Let me now put a riddle on you, if you can tell what it is, within the 7 days of the feast, and find out, then I will give you 30 linen garments and 30 changes of clothes." I wonder why 30?
I don't know, that was a pretty big
That's a lot,
prize back then, I would say.
I would think.
But if you cannot tell me what it is, then you shall give me 30 linen garments and 30 changes of clothes. Maybe he thought it was a sure bet and he needed clothes.
Maybe.
They didn't have a J.C. Penney back then.
That's true, they did not.
And they said to him, "Put your riddle that we may hear it." And he said to them, "Out of the eater came something to eat. Out of the strong came something sweet. And in 3 days they could not solve the riddle. On the 4th day they said to Samson's wife, 'Entice your husband to tell us what the riddle is, lest we burn you and your father's house with fire. Have you invited us here to impoverish us?' And Samson's wife wept over him and said, 'You only hate me. You do not love me. You have put a riddle to my people, and you have not told me what it is.' And he said to her, 'Behold, I have not told my father nor my mother, and shall I tell you?'"
You know, why would she do that? That's kind of...
Well, they were trying to coax her into it for the answer.
That's true. She wept before him the 7 days that their feast lasted. And on the 7th day he told her, because she pressed him hard. Then she told...
Must have really been nagging on him.
Yeah, really. Then she told the riddle to her people. And the men of the city said to him on the 7th day, before the sun went down, "What is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion?" And he said to them, "If you had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have found out my riddle." And this
heifer. He called her his wife. He's talking about his wife, right?
Yeah.
He called her a heifer.
Well, it's a figure of speech here in the Bible, you know. If you had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have found out my riddle. Okay. And the Spirit of the Lord rushed upon him.
This is the Bible. Samson called his wife a heifer.
Yeah. And the Spirit of the Lord went down to Ashkelon.
Heifer. Now, this is the Bible. And Samson called his wife a heifer. So
Yes.
it's okay for us to call our wives heifers.
No. He was just using it as a figure of speech, dear. You don't need to be calling people heifers. Okay, and struck down 30 men of the town and took their spoil.
Heifer. He called her a heifer.
Oh, my Lord, would you get over the heifer?
He called her a heifer.
Yes.
A heifer.
A heifer.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure.
Yes, dear. And gave the garments to
Heifer.
those.
He saw something with his wife.
Yes.
Heifer.
Heifer. And had told the riddle in hot anger. He went
Heifer. I just can't get past that heifer. So it's okay to call her, or it should be okay to call her wives a heifer, because Samson did it here in the Bible. This is the Bible.
That is just rude. You don't call people heifer.
Well, Samson did.
Well, that's because he was doing a figure of speech, dear, okay? A figure of speech. It's not... Okay? And Samson...
It was his wife. This is
Yes.
his wife.
It was his wife.
Heifer.
Yes, he used it as a figure of speech.
Go ahead. Heifer.
Hey!
What? It's here in the Bible.
Just because Samson used it as a figure of speech doesn't mean you need to use it on me.
Okay. Heifer.
Keep it up, funny boy. You're real funny.
Oh, yeah.
And Samson's wife was given
Heifer.
to his companion.
Heifer.
Look here, buddy!
Hey guys, Donna and Kent are so hilarious. God is so good. And Samson called his wife a heifer. But you know, in reality, like they say in movies and stuff, don't try this at home. Guys, do not call your wife a heifer.
Oh!
What did you do?
I took care of the situation.
What did you do, Donna?
Oh, you'll see.
Oh, man.
And you know, guys,
Oh.
you do this at home, this is what you get. Good going, Donna.
Don't be calling people heifer.
Just call him my love. But you know, really, those guys kept hounding on Delilah,
That's right.
but
Just-
she nagged Samson.
Oh, yeah. She
So,
was a
anyway.
nagger.
So don't do that either.
She was a heifer.
Hey!
You want another one? See what happens? Hey, we love you. God loves you.